Hi, my name is Betsy Robles, and I'm here with Mrs. Pearson.
Hi.
How are you, Mrs. Pearson?
I am doing great.
That's good. Anyways, I'm going to start off with my first question. What's your favorite part of teaching, and what do you teach?
Well, I teach English, specifically junior and senior English here at AAEC. And my favorite part about teaching is not only getting to work with literature, which is one of my passions, but I also just get to hang out with you guys all day long, which I know sounds a little silly, but it's fun. It's not the same mundane everyday that an office job is. And we get to laugh and be silly and just get to know one another.
I can definitely agree. I really enjoy coming to your class. What inspired you to become a teacher?
So not to get too sappy, but I was in college and I had originally chose psychology as my major, and I was not a fan. I was slowly just hating my classes every day. And it was kind of funny. I got a message on Facebook one day, and it was an old student of my father's that reached out to me just wanting to connect and say how much my father changed their lives, and they feel in some way he actually saved their life. And at that moment I was like, I want to do something that has an impact that I know is going to make a difference, and so changed my major to teaching.
I think that's really cool that you found inspiration from somebody else who told you about your dad, and you're able to take your father's example and really project it here with the kids at AAEC.
Yeah.
What pointed you to AAEC?
Well, I was teaching at Yonkers for about 7 years, and I was just kind of ready for a change. And when I started looking around, I came across AAEC, and I just thought it was such a cool format. And I know that when I was in high school, this would have been the perfect place for me, as I loved higher learning and the idea of getting to take high school classes along with college classes. And so being a part of that was something I wanted to do.
Since you said that you teached at Yonkers for taught. She's my English teacher, guys. Since you said that you taught at Yonkers for 7 years, how drastic was the change from coming from such a big school to a small school like AAEC?
It was a huge adjustment. Right now, Yonkers is pushing well over 2,000 as far as the enrollment is concerned. Not to mention we had sports and just double the amount of clubs and things like that. So it was definitely a big adjustment, but for me it was a refreshing change because I get to work more one-on-one with my students, and I can actually say that I know, I would say, almost every student's name here on campus, which definitely was not the case at Yonkers. I definitely loved my time there too, but there were times when I had 47 kids in a class. So it's definitely a big adjustment.
Yeah, I think it's definitely easier to connect with your teacher more one-on-one when you go to a smaller school. So that's really cool. And lastly, do you have any advice for this upcoming semester, whether it be with school or anything in general? What's your advice?
Advice for this upcoming semester, I would just say remember what you're working for, whatever that why is for you. Just keep that in mind and stay awesome.
Okay, 5 seconds, shout out somebody.
Shout out somebody?
Yeah, shout out somebody.
Miss Gregory, woo! Ari, woo! RJ, woo! All right.
Okay, that's all the questions I have for today. Thank you for your time.
Of course.